Oh, thank you, baby.
Fine.
You know that I love you, wouldn't put no one above you. Yeah. That should never ever worry you. That should never ever worry you. Always gotta stay 100 and true. The only time I lie is when I lie with you. Put my pride to the side and then I slide with you. I'm just being true.
Hey, welcome back to our channel. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday, Sunday, weekend. Happy weekend. Yeah. We are back with another video. If you are new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment down below, turn on our post notifications so that you're notified when we post a new video. Wait, why do you look so much taller than me?
This is real life. Don't let Asia fool you. She is really not the same height as me or even close, okay? Like,
I wear heels all the time because I am kind of on the shorter side. So today I look extra short compared to you.
she's a little guy. She put the bun trying to get some height. It not working.
Yes. So in honor of, Pride and Pride all over the world, just gay pride in general,
Yes.
we are going to do a Pride special today. And we're going to let you know what our coming out story is, how we came out to the world, how we, became comfortable in our own bodies and like embracing who we are and not necessarily altering who we are for the public society, what the media says, families, anything like that. So if this is something that you are having a difficult time with, we hope our story can empower others.
So this was a much requested video since like we started. That's probably been one of our #1 requests for people to that people have asked of us to just share our coming out stories and to just give any advice to people who are going through similar situations. So
yes. So today we'll do that. Okay. So let's get right into it. We are going to talk about a sensitive topic. We are sharing our personal stories with you all. So
and we really want to do this in hopes that it could help someone younger than us that maybe went through or is going through like something similar that we went through. So if this can help at least one person, then we feel good about it.
Yes. So do you want to start? Do you want to start?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I can start. So I came out to my family, I want to say back in 2011. That's when me and Soy started dating. It was my first serious same-sex relationship. Prior to being in a relationship with Soy, I had talked to other females, but never any like serious relationship where it was like settled down, worth coming out to my family to tell them like this is who I really am. And prior to me telling them, I always knew that I was gay, I was a lesbian. I did have boyfriends years ago, and because that's what I thought was normal. That's what everyone said that I should do. I should date guys, I should be boy crazy. So that's what I did. I dated guys for a while, been in a few relationships with them, and I never really felt like, wow, like this is going to be the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. This is it for me. I never felt that. I never felt that sense of fulfillment or like feeling whole with being with someone, how I felt with when I got into a relationship with. So it was just completely different. There's like something internally that I just felt, and I can't describe that feeling, but when you just know that this is like where I'm supposed to be. Are you just smiling?
I'm just gonna sit here and
okay. So yeah, and how I came out to my mom versus my dad was a little different. They are very funny, but I will say they were both supportive from day one. The way I came out to my family or anyone in general was via social media, which may not have been the best thing.
It wasn't intentional though.
It wasn't. I posted a picture on Facebook and it was of me and Soy, and then everyone was just like what's going on, what's happening? It wasn't much of a surprise to my close friends because like I said, I had talked to other girls prior to being in a relationship with Soy, so they kind of knew that maybe I was like bisexual or I like both or whatever the situation. So it wasn't more so a surprise to them, but to my family. And I got that phone call from my mom, was like, what is this? What is this on Facebook? This is how you want to tell your father? This is the way you want to come out to him? So on and so forth. So she was like going off whatever, not like saying like take it down, blah blah blah, like, but she was just saying like, you know, you should talk to him, you should tell him this shouldn't be the way he should find out, which I agree with her. You know, I should have that sit down talk with him and let him know, you know, what's going on and how I'm feeling and so on and so forth. So I do not take the picture down. I left it up there because I didn't care what anyone thought or anyone felt. Like, it was just like freeing, you know, me being free. I sent a text to like all my close friends like, hey guys, this is what it is. I just want to let you know that this is who I am. I hope you're really accepting of me. And they were, of course. They were like, you know, we support you 100%. And like, you know, that having that support system really helps in certain situations when you're going through a certain point in your life where you're unsure of how other people are going to react, because negative reactions can also cause negative feelings within yourself. Like, am I doing something wrong? Should I not be doing this? And it's like, I never wanted to feel like the choice that I was making was wrong. It was just different from what other people may have been doing, but it wasn't wrong. There's nothing wrong with being who you are, and you don't have to conform to society to do something else or not be yourselves. Like, you know, stay true to yourself. Yes, of course. Like, this is normal to us. This is our normal. Who says there's one normal? Like, who says that a man and a woman is a normal relationship? It's a different relationship. It's what people are used to. Being in the same-sex relationship is also just as normal as being in a heterosexual relationship. So don't let anyone make you feel like your relationship is not normal, because it is.
Or valid, because it still is.
Right. So fast forward a little bit to, you know, what happened after that. I told my dad, I told my mom. They, you know, they had questions. Are you sure this is what you want? How do you know? So on and so forth. So I just sat down and I talked to them and let them know. Maybe they thought it was a phase that I was going through. Maybe they thought like, oh, well, she's probably just going through this phase in her life. It will pass. Never did they express that, but I kind of sensed that from them in the beginning, like, oh, she'll be over that soon. 6 years later, I'm still not over that. I'm getting engaged, I'm getting married. This is who I am, you know, and I am truly happy in my life with the decisions and the choices and me just being me. Like, I just can't imagine not being me and not, you know, conforming to what society says is normal. I would be in an unhappy relationship and not happy with myself. That causes depression, you know, suicidal thoughts. You never know what someone is going through based off the reactions that they receive when they're, you know, telling their coming out story to someone. So overall, my coming out story was a positive experience for me. You know, I had a great support system, friends, family, everyone, and yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna tell yours.
Yep. Okay. All right. So that's amazing, right? Like, it's amazing that someone can go through everything and like still feel connected to everyone. For me, it's a little different. It's not like, oh, you know, I'm like shunned or anything like that. But so I grew up in a very traditional West Indian household. If any of our subscribers are West Indian or any other culture, y'all know how it is.
Yes.
You know how it is. You gotta dress a certain way, you gotta act a certain way. There's this something that you're expected to live up to, and that's just how you grow up. For me, I've known for like a long time, like since I was like younger than most people know, I would think. And for me, it wasn't necessarily like a great coming out. It was more so just like really liberating for me, but it also like kind of kickstarted a lot for me as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into more detail. So I came out.
Sorry. Like, I get super emotional when like even thinking about you telling someone. But continue. I'll try not to cry, because it's just really hard. You know.
You make me cry.
Okay.
I'm trying to hold it back.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, cut the camera now. Oh,
sorry. I don't mess up my makeup. This is us being real. Like, this is real, raw emotion.
Why did I do this with her in the room? Because she's about to start crying over everything.
Okay, I won't cry, but I do get super emotional. Okay, continue, tell your story.
Okay, so my official, like, I said the words "I'm gay" to, you know, my family and everything. It happened my senior year. Well, technically I had graduated already of high school. I was on my way to college, and obviously, like, it was already kind of like suspected because I was a complete tomboy, didn't wear dresses, didn't do makeup, didn't even, like, I literally have never worn a bra in my life, like sports bras, since I've been, you know, athletic my entire life. That's all I've known. So it's already been something, it already was something that everyone kind of just like assumed, or like, you know, they'd be like side-eyeing, like, oh, you don't have a boyfriend? Like, oh, this, like, I'm focused on other shit right now. So it's like, I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't denying who I was, but I wasn't gonna feed into it because I knew what the repercussions would be. And that's another thing that I want to make sure everyone who's listening to this knows. Yes, people will tell you advice, people will give you advice, but only you know your family. Because everyone I talk to, they're like, oh, your mom will be fine, your dad will be fine, your family will love you still, and all that other stuff. And you know, that's great advice for some people.
Right.
That's what it is. So you know your own situation, you know the people who are around you, you know how they will react. You know, and no one knows better than you. So you have to trust your gut, trust your instinct, and you can basically play it by ear, figure out when it's right for you to come out, if you choose to come out. Because again, there's no requirement. You can go through your life. You do not have to feel the need to come out to anyone, or you know, basically just, you don't have to conform to this like overall notion that you have to know, that you have to tell people everything there is about you, you know, in order to be like free and open. No, you can still live a life. Obviously it's not, you know, the most comfortable or, you know, the best, because you have to hide a part of yourself, but sometimes it's for safety. It's from necessity, and
That's true.
understand that that's okay. Your day will come. That's okay.
Yes.
So yeah, that's officially when like I came out. It was not received well. My parents were, trying to think of a word, they were just in complete denial and disbelief, and they wanted nothing to do with it. They didn't want to believe it. They basically were just saying that, like, they're like, no. And then it's my brother, my little brother, he's 18 months. Yeah, he's like a year and change younger than me, so we're always really close. He was probably like the first person that 100% like I confided in, and he was like, I still love you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're completely fine. Yeah, so fast forward to college. It was one of those things where, like, you know, I came out and then, like, we just kind of never spoke about it. It was more so like, you know what, if you're gonna live your life, fine, but I don't want to, like, hear about it. And I just had to kind of, like, accept that, even though it didn't really sit right with me. And I think that tainted our relationship for a long time. So it just kind of became one of those things where it's like, I've always been comfortable with who I am, but when your family like treats you a certain way, it always puts something in like the back of your head, and you're like, damn, like, am I okay? Like, is this okay? Is this normal? And another thing I want to reiterate to everyone listening, yes, it's fine. You're fine. If someone can't see the value in you because of one part of who you are, that's okay. You don't need them.
Right.
That's something that I really want to stress, because at the end of the day, you cannot live your life for someone else's happiness.
Yes.
And that's something that started when I was 18 years old, and I learned that the hard way, yes. But I learned it, and it's helped me grow so much as a person, because now I really just, you know, I live for me, and I live for my happiness. And I know, like, yo, tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is never promised. You don't know what your life is gonna look like. You don't know how long you're gonna live. You don't know any of that. So at the end of the day, you live for your own happiness, no one else's. Because if you live for someone else's happiness, so what happens when they're gone?
Right.
And then you're left with yourself.
Right. And also, you know, don't worry about making other people happy. Like, you know, they'll regret not being a part of your life, or maybe they won't. That's something that they have to live with. And it's like, you know, I'm sure if you're in that situation, it's probably eating you up inside, like, not to just be free and like allow yourself to embrace who you truly are. And if they can't accept that, then so be it. You know, that's, like I said, that's something that they have to live with. Maybe they'll regret it, maybe they won't, but That's something within them
Right.
that shouldn't change who you are. And you know, you just also want to make sure that you're in a safe situation. Like Soy said, everybody's family is different. Whatever
Every family is
background,
different.
cultural backgrounds you may come from, it may not be accepting.
It
You
might not even be a cultural thing. It might literally
Exactly.
just be something in society that made your
Yes.
family act a certain way,
Right.
and they just won't accept you. It may not even be a cultural thing. It could literally just be their morals and
Yes.
what they stand for, and how you
Yeah.
don't fit into this mold that they expected you to fit into. But guess what? You didn't have to be brought here. But
Right.
here you are, and you're
Right.
perfect just the way you are. So there's nothing that anyone can tell you to taint that.
Right. And also like generational gaps, like, you know, some people are set in their ways that from
I don't know what she's
from
saying.
older generations. So let me get my speech together. From older generations, you know, they're brought up in a certain way. It's like, so in traditional household, this is what it is. A man's supposed to be with a woman, and that's it. They don't see anything else, and it's
It
like,
is what it is. It is
you know,
what it
that's
is.
their decision.
And
But
yeah, so again, like I was saying, you know, that was basically like my first coming out, and then I made a decision my freshman year going into my sophomore year that like I wouldn't be dependent on anyone. So we had like me and my family, my whole family, but like majority had like a big fight, and like I was like, okay, I'm just going to separate myself from the situation. It's not healthy for me, it's not healthy for them, it's not healthy for us to continuously, you know, go against each other all the time. So I literally left everything basically that I knew, and I just started like grinding and hustling, and I started working like 2 jobs in college, like moved in with Asia, started paying, you know, utilities, rent, basically forced myself to grow up at a younger age because I was kind of forced to. And you know, some people are gonna have to go through that. If you choose to come out and your family does not take it the right way, it could put you in, you know, some really scary situations. And you know, luckily I had someone there by my side who could help me and was supportive and helpful. But at the same time, some people might not have that. And so again, I reiterate, if you choose to come out, make sure it's something that you've thought out all the scenarios. You have a plan A, B, C through F. Like, make sure that you know what's gonna happen, or you have an idea of where it's gonna go, and if things don't go like how you wanted them to go, that, you know, you have like a safety net, something. And if you don't have that and you can't, you know, figure out how to get that together, I'm sorry to say, like, I'm like, maybe it's not the right time yet.
yeah.
Maybe it's not the right time. I literally had to, like I said, leave everything, and just started, you know, providing for myself. Like, just because I'm one of those people, I don't like things being held against me, or like being held over my head to the point where it's like, you know, I feel obligated to do certain things or interact with certain people. Okay, so I don't have people that that will help me then. Okay, so I'll help myself. And I just started, you know, freshman, sophomore year in college, working summer jobs. During school year, I worked on campus. I had other jobs off campus. Like, I was just in grind mode. I was like, I'm gonna do this. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna say self-made, because when you have to do everything for yourself and put yourself to the position you want to get to, there's a certain level of fulfillment. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it, because I can look back now and say, yeah, damn, I did that. Like, I really worked hard for this. Like, everything I have, it wasn't given to me. I took that. So, like I said, my coming out story it's a little bit, you know, it's not traditional. It's not, I think some people would say it's typical. I don't really think mine is that typical, because I think I kind of decided to just not have it affect me in the way it affects others. I decided to use it as fuel to get out of a situation that I didn't want to be in, to propel myself into a position I wanted to be in later in life. And I just used it as fuel. And you know, and that's probably, if you get anything from this talk, my biggest outtake would be, use it. What's meant to break you down, use it to build you up. That's all I have to say.
Yes.
What's meant to break you down, use it to build you up. So if, you know, you really want to have this support system, build your support system. I have amazing friends that I will call family. You know, I have a partner who always down to ride with me for anything, and even some of my family now has come around, and you know, it's great. Not that I, you know, necessarily needed that, but it's a nice after fact. You know, it's nice that even after everything, you know, we can put everyone's egos aside and we can, you know, just talk and be real and love each other and, you know, be genuine again. That's the biggest takeaway, and only time can that happen. Only in time. Like, do not force it. Don't ever try to just don't try and force something into something that's not meant to be yet. Like, if I had tried to reach out, or if they had tried to reach out earlier on, I don't think it would have went as well. Now we're at a different point. I'm mature. You know, I'm basically at the point in my life where it's like, this is my life. If you want to be a part of it, amazing. If you don't, I'm sorry. But like, I'm not gonna stop living. I'm not gonna stop being happy. I'm not gonna stop being who I am to please you for even a second. So, like I said, use whatever they're using to break you down and use it to build you up. That's probably my biggest takeaway from this.
And to our subscribers, you know, sorry it's like a, you know,
yeah, I didn't think it was gonna get emotional.
But you know, this is really us telling our story. As you can see, Story 9 stories are completely different. We had completely different experiences, but you know, sharing our stories with the world is, we hope that others can relate to, you know, our situations and what we went through, positive, negative, and just take that and, you know, move forward with your life.
Yes.
Also, you know, we appreciate all of our subscribers, supporters, whether you are a part of the LGBTQ community, whether you are allies to the community.
Shout out to the allies though, because y'all honestly, you don't get enough praise, and everyone needs an ally.
Yes.
Everyone does. So shout out to the allies of LGBTQ plus community, because honestly, a lot of us are hurting, a lot of us need help, a lot of us need someone to just be there for us. And when you are that ally, you're playing a bigger role than you know. Right. So shout out to the allies.
Definitely, you know, find that person that you can confide in, that supports you, that you know, will have your back, won't out you in a situation. You know, that person could be a friend, it could be a teacher, it could be, you know, a co-worker, it could be a therapist, it could be anyone. Just have that one person that you can go to and just like release. It's nothing worse than like holding all these feelings and emotion, and then you have no one to listen to you or to hear you out, to tell you that these feelings are validate, you know, having someone to validate your feelings is honestly the best thing. So you know that there's nothing that I'm doing that's wrong. Right. You know, who said that, you know, my choices and who I want to be is wrong? That's not the case.
Again.
So
ignore all that.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're perfect just the way you are.
Yes.
You don't ever have to question who you are, who you love, especially. None of that should be questioned, especially at the hands of someone else.
Yes.
Just continue to live your life. And again, I know we have some younger subscribers who maybe they haven't done this yet and they're terrified. Take your time. There is no time limit on when you have to come out. No one's telling you, oh, you're 20. You're too old. Why haven't you already come out of the closet? They don't know what. Some people their parents are paying for college. Or just supporting them in general. Some people, they live in their parents' house still.
Yep.
Can't really do anything about that. These are all important factors to consider when, you know, youth consider coming out, and also to people giving advice to people who want to come out.
Yes.
Take all of that into consideration, because like we said in our Q&A video, there's a lot of LGBT homelessness. It's a real thing, y'all. And it's not because youth, like, especially youth. Yes, LGBT youth homelessness. It's a real thing,
really hurts,
and
like,
I could have been a statistic. I could have been there. I could have been a homeless LGBT youth, and you know, I just hope that this video can help one person who's going through this or struggling and trying to see, you know, the light on the other side. And like, you know, it sounds cliche. They've been saying it forever, but it gets better. Time is your friend. Use that. Fuel you, go past it. Honestly, time is your friend. It does get better. Just work on your own timeline.
Yes. And also, you know, if anyone, you know, wants to, eventually we're gonna get I want to just add this in, we're gonna get a P.O. box. I want to hear other people's coming out stories. I want you to write us and let us know your coming out story. We'll get back to you on when we will have a P.O. box so that you can send us the letters, and we want to read the letters to ourselves, because you know, you know, we know each other's stories, but I want to hear other people. What are other people going through? What are you experiencing? You know, if you want to talk, you can always email us. Also, if you want to email us your story, definitely do that. Our email will be in the description box.
It's always in the description, or in our about section. Our email is always down there too.
So if you just want to talk
or just comment, you can. You know, it doesn't have to be any of those things. You can comment down below anything that you feel like you're gonna need help. We're gonna do something special this video. We get a lot of comments, but if you are going through something similar to coming out, or you know,
yeah, just, you know, if you want us to hear your story, you want to talk to us, we are here. We are open to you know, listening to everyone and providing whatever advice that we can give. You know, we are not licensed therapists, professionals.
Disclaimer. Always gonna put that disclaimer in there. We can only talk from experience. We do not have, you know, any kind of like educational background when it comes to this. We are not counselors. We can only give advice based off things that we've been through. So if you want to hear our advice, thank you. But just know, take that with a grain of salt. And if you know, want to go a step further and you want to get like, I don't know, more in-depth advice, definitely seek help from a professional. There's 1,000,001 hotlines that you can call. Maybe I can put some in the description. I can find them below.
Yes.
I can put some in the description when I find them. But yeah, again, thank you for wanting to reach out to us. But if you know something that maybe is above our heads or something we can't handle, please feel free, contact these hotlines. They're here to help. Yeah.
And also, get this video to 500 likes in honor of Pride Month, Pride around the world, you know, us sharing our story. Hit that like button. You know, we hope you truly enjoyed this video. It's it is very personal. It's I would say our most personal video and the most personal we have,
besides the proposal video.
Yes, that but you know, just sharing into our lives, and you are our family. This is what we're gonna, you know, this is what we're doing. You know, we're sharing our lives with the world. So thank you for supporting us, the continuous support, and yeah.
All
So,
right.
do you know what time it is?
What time?
It's summertime time! Just to, you know, get all happy and excited.
Yes,
after
y'all,
that.
you know we never sat for long. Let's bring it back up. Let's bring the energy back up.
Yes. So this week's Super Subby shout out goes to Jay. We said that we were going to
Oh yeah, we put the little instruments on the last video. We said whoever could guess the lyrics correctly, we pick a random person, and that person is Jay.
yes.
So yeah, shout out to you, Jay. Thank you for watching, subscribing. Thank you for intently listening to that intro so well that you know the lyrics.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
So if you want to be a part of next week's Super Subby shout out,
You have to comment down below some inspirational words for all of the LGBTQ plus family who's going through either coming out or any hardships right now. Just comment some positive vibes, positive words, anything that y'all can you know, think of, and we'll pick something for next week.
yes. So as always, you know, thanks for watching. We post videos once a week, maybe getting to twice a week.
I don't know, the Mukbang Monday votes have been coming in strong, so we'll see. Maybe Mukbang Mondays will be a thing for us. But yeah.
Yes, so we'll be back with more videos. Bye.